It was interesting. I was talking at lunchtime to one of the Google people, and they were admiring of the flexibility of Snapchat, of Evan and his colleagues, and that what they've done, for example, on mobile video has been extremely innovative and very quick to respond. I mean, I remember when they launched their over-the-top channels, I think they wanted $750,000 a pop, and it was quite difficult to sell the idea to clients. There was no data, but they learnt very quickly, and they become much more flexible, and they become very focused on insight and data as well. So I think they will give Google and Facebook a run for their money. The other third force, I mean, we would think of Xaxis and AppNexus being a third force. Another third force potentially is AOL, Verizon and Yahoo. If you piece together the spending, for example, this year that we as a group, so we spend about $75 billion. Of that, about $750 million goes to the Verizon, AOL, Yahoo. About $1.7 billion this year should go to Facebook, and about 5.6 to Google. Last year it was $4 billion and $1 billion, $4 billion Google, $1 billion Facebook. Google, a clear leader in terms of our investment. Some of the traditional legacy media owners, they're also digital too, like a Murdoch, would be about 2.25. Facebook this year at about 1.7. And there are some other traditionals that are in that range of about 1.7. But I think next year, Facebook will be either number 3 or maybe even number 2. And then certainly in 2018, I would expect Facebook to be number 2 to Google. And the ratios are running, last year they were running 4-1, Google to Facebook, which is like the Mary Meeker analysis. And remember, we're not the long tail, we're the short tail, the big advertisers. This year it'll be about 3.75, 3.5 to 1, so Facebook catching up a bit, but still a big difference. There is no doubt that search is much more powerful, I think, than branding. And long-term branding takes long-term, by definition, longer-term impact. Search is much more effective from a sales point of view.
Facebook's Chief Product Officer Chris Cox kicked off the conference today with a keynote dedicated to the platform's newsfeed. He discussed how the brand is reaching those 1 billion people still accessing the internet via crappy networks, as well as plans to further integrate video onto the platform with auto expand mode and an audio fading in and out function.